Welcome to today's Talk with Erika. I'm Erika Del Sordo. Please remember to subscribe to today's Talk with Erika and always like and comment. We love to hear from you. Well, remember the fabulous medi-pedi? Mella-Mignon is back with me with one of her wonderful clients. We're going to talk about what the medi-pedi has done for her. Welcome, Jay and Kat.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you? Hi, Kat.
Hi, Erica. Thank you for having us today. I'm doing great.
You're very, very welcome. I'm super happy to have you here. So I hear that you have been a client for about 7 years of Wellness Pedicures, right?
That's correct.
That's a
Lucky seven.
lucky seven. That is a long time. And we
Yes.
learned a lot. Jay explained so much in our last show. She had on her daughter Jazzy, her husband Reggie, and it was just, I mean, you guys were just a wealth of knowledge. And so I'm super happy to have you here because as a client, we want to know like what does it feel like? Everyone's used to these water pedicures, but we're doing waterless with Medi-Pedi. So talk to me about what your experience has been.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. And yeah, first of all, it does take some getting used to and wrapping your brain around it. But once you do that, it doesn't take long it really is, we use the word luxuriate. And I'm on this, the part that I love the most is that beautiful white reclining chair. I mean, you're on this lounge type chair, and in my case, and Jazz is my beautiful technician, and I'm in a little private room, and I have a welcome sign, welcome Cat, when I walk in, and she's got soft music playing in the background, and we get comfy. She adjusts it, and it is a completely different experience. I have to tell you my favorite, if we want to jump forward to like my favorite part of it, is I describe it as like a facial for my feet. Okay.
That's
Because,
fantastic.
so many of us and so many of your listeners have probably had, visited an esthetician, and they do that steam, that facial, that mist.
Mhm.
And Jay and Jasmine and her team, they do the same thing for our feet and our calves. And then we always joke because it's very difficult for me to stop talking. So when that time comes, Jasmine lowers the lights, she leaves the room, she times it. I think it's, I don't know what the, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever. And you are by yourself and you are luxuriating in this comfortable
Mhm.
chair. And if you want a blankie, she'll throw a blankie over. You want a little water, you want a little cup of tea, whatever you want. And I'm not exaggerating. And you've got these warm towels wrapped around your legs and this steam. So you're still getting that benefit of that moisture, of course, and that whole experience. So that really is my favorite. And I got to tell you, I really like the idea that the technician is not like all hunched over my feet on one of those little lower stools. It's not
Mhm.
lost on me that it's safer for everybody. It's more comfortable for everybody because she adjusts my feet, and you're not bunched up in a chair. You are laying down.
Mhm.
Right.
So that's just some of my observations, and they bring the little if you choose to have the gel, they bring the little lights over, and you don't have to move yourself at all. They move everything to you.
Mhm.
So
That's
it
wonderful.
really is luxurious. And now that I know a little bit more about the process, I also know how healthy it is for my feet, for
Yeah.
my nails, for my toes, for just for me in general. Um, and I knew that the focus was on health even before this when Jay and Jazz were doing the traditional pedicures. One of the things, if I were coming sort of in from a traditional pedicure establishment, one of the first things I would recognize is the privacy. I think that the privacy to me, it, healthful benefits, it's a mental health benefit, if you will.
Mhm.
And also, feet are very intimate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for some people, like for me, like to be in a place where maybe there was somebody else having a pedicure a few feet away, not so much an issue for me that people might see my feet or
Right.
overhear my conversation, but for some people that could be a real
Uh-huh.
issue.
Hmm.
So,
Absolutely. And I'm so happy you brought that up. Jay, have you
yeah,
heard this from other people that that's what they
Oh,
like about it, the privacy?
absolutely, especially for the male population.
Yes, that's
So,
true. Yep.
yes, the male population, men naturally don't like to even get their feet done,
Hmm.
right? It's just,
right.
I don't need my feet done. I'm okay, right?
Yeah,
Right.
But when
yeah.
they try this for the first time and they see that they're in a private setting, they feel comfortable. At the
Hmm.
beginning, they're like, right? And
Exactly.
you tell them, sit back and enjoy the ride, right?
Yeah.
And then it's
And
relaxing.
I play around with them. I tell them, okay, we're taking off. The flight attendant's going to tell you that we're taking off.
Love this. I love
So,
It
this.
is like that. Those
yes, yeah,
chairs. I hate to call them chairs. I don't know. There's probably a better word.
they're medical chairs.
They're
Medical
comfy.
chairs. So comfortable.
Yes.
So
So
comfortable.
they lay back. I see them tense and I tell them, if you keep with the tension, you're going to give me carpal tunnel in my hands. So you got to relax.
Yeah.
Right.
But private setting is
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's huge.
It is
Everything.
huge. I'm happy you thought of that to bring that up because that is huge. A lot of
Yes.
people don't want to sit in there with so many people, like you said, whether it's a man just not wanting to be in there with 20 other women, or you don't want to have everyone listen to your conversation. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
also
Absolutely.
to add to that is those that do come with problems, medical issues on their feet or toenails, they don't really want to sit next to someone and someone looks at it. They get
Right.
embarrassed.
That's another good point. That's so true.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
private setting is everything. And then
Mhm.
Hmm.
Kat said the music, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It makes me think that at the very least, have a little, that ability to have a consultation and to tell your operator, your technician, this is what I'm concerned about. Or, maybe I need a consultation with the podiatrist. Or maybe, hey, Jay, can you take a look at this and tell me, should I be concerned?
Right.
And then if it's not, if it's just, and Jay has done that for me over the years too. And she's like, nope, that's okay, Kat. It's such and such, and you're fine. But even just to have that moment of privacy, you do feel
Mhm.
special.
Of
And
course.
Right.
in today's world, everything is HIPAA this and privacy that, and
That's
so it
true.
should extend into our personal care.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jay explained actually in the last show that you do the consultations, which I think is spot on for what you're doing because no one really knows what they need. You need to find out what they have. What kind of medical issues do we have? What's going on? What do you want us to do?
Hmm.
So that's very good that you offer a consultation. And I want to say that is for is it just universal as a $50 charge, right?
Yeah, the consultation is $50, especially for those who think they have a problem, right? Because we don't want to, we, first and foremost, we don't diagnose.
Right.
That's very important. So the consultation is to clarify some things and make them feel okay. So I do need to see a podiatrist.
Right.
But yeah, for the most part, all consultations. Yep.
I wanted to bring up that Kat is now working with you. I mean, she was a client for 7 years, and now
Yes,
she's actually in the office, which is one of the best things that you can do because you know exactly how everything works.
she
It's a good
does.
hire there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Very excited.
Ooh, yeah, well, I'm happy you're with them. Jay, you were going to say something though, and I jumped in.
Aside from nail restorations.
Yeah,
So if someone has a toenail that doesn't look aesthetically pleasing,
right.
we restore it by building out a nail with a special chemical. We use a special product and it's made out of resin and it's
Mhm.
also antifungal. So let's say someone comes in and they have a fungal, we have to cut half of the nail off. Obviously, a lot of us, a lot of women, they don't want to walk around with a toenail looking like that. So
Right.
we do what we call a toenail restoration, and in some places they call it a prosthetic nail.
Right.
Right? Prosthetic sounds a
Okay.
little weird, but I like restoration.
For a nail, right.
And it looks beautiful. It's your toenail. No one knows what's going on underneath that restoration. So we offer that, and that, my friend, is so popular. I do about just myself, I do about 15 restorations per week.
Wow, Jay, I had no idea. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to talk. Well, yeah, especially here where our feet are exposed. I mean, year round.
Yes.
There's no off season in
Yeah.
South
So,
Florida for
and
feet.
then Jazzy, I can't keep count, but hey, Jazzy's a little, she'll maybe do four because she really doesn't like to do them that much.
Hmm.
So, yeah, we do a lot of nail restorations.
So is
I've
Jazz,
watched you do it. Yeah, I've seen it being
it's
done, Erica. It's
fantastic.
amazing. It really is.
We need some video of that because I would love to watch how you're
Oh,
doing that. That's pretty incredible. It is.
absolutely.
That,
So,
yeah.
so remember back in the days where they used to put acrylic on your toenails? Do you
I
know?
don't remember. I
Oh,
told you that last time. I don't remember this. I was like, they do acrylics on toenails. This was
yes,
news to me last time.
yes. And that is not healthy, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So thankfully, someone came up with this restoration made out of
That's
resin,
amazing.
antifungal, the genius person, because
Yes.
acrylic is not good. It stores moisture, and
Yeah.
that, my friend, continues to activate that fungus. So I remember many moons ago we used to do that. Now that we have this restoration, it's like, listen, you can't be walking around with a toe like that, honey. I'm
No,
gonna make you feel pretty and beautiful.
That's
So,
amazing.
yes,
That's
it is
incredible.
incredible. Some people don't know this, but you got to give your nails a break. And I don't mean to sound like I'm a technician, but I've learned so much from Jay and Jazz and the team there at Wellness Pedicures that I know that this is a fact that a reputable nail establishment, mani and pedi establishment, will recommend that you take a break. They're not chasing the almighty dollar. And so if my nails or if my manicure is not lasting as long as it used to, and I'm focusing more on manicures now than pedicures, your body is telling you something. It's time to let your nails breathe. And Jay and Jazz would always say that.
Mm-hmm.
They go, okay, we're going to let your nails breathe for a few weeks, Kat. And they also know, again, we're all different. I'm very hard on my nails. So they know that, I need that rest for so they're going to tailor every, every service for every person. And that's sort of a natural extension into the medical world now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great way to put it. That was a great explanation.
Thank
Jay,
you.
you want to add anything to that?
me. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, so nails don't breathe,
Oh,
but
yeah,
we
that's
would
right.
say
You're
that.
right. Good.
We
Yeah,
no,
you
we would
corrected me.
say that because this is layman's term. Let
That's
them
right.
rest.
Rest.
Rest,
Yeah, would be a
right?
better word. Yeah.
And just give them a little rest and you'll see and put some oils because they need nutrients. They need nutrients. And most of, if not all of our clientele, they do listen, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, it's not for the money. We don't need your money
They're
right now.
doing it
We,
for
No.
the health. That's a big
yes.
reason why they're going to you. I mean, you see
Yes.
the factories of all of these nail places. They go, they go, they go. When they get to you, this is all about health. So they want
Yes.
to make sure that their nails are healthy. This isn't
Yes.
just about, aesthetics. You got to make sure that everything is healthy. You don't want fungus. You don't want, an infection in your finger and losing your finger or something.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Well,
I
Especially
always,
since too
happen.
young ladies are going younger and younger all the time. So now we have to think about our daughters and our nieces and our
Correct.
granddaughters
And
that are
so that
starting so much younger than we did.
that's exactly
yes.
why
And
wellness
let's put
pedicures
them
is
in the
good.
right frame of mind too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I'm happy that you brought that up because they need to understand that there are risks of continually doing their nails.
Yeah.
You've got the
Like for
fungus, you've
instance,
got
I don't
bacteria.
believe that children, little girls, little boys should go to adult salons.
Yeah.
You know why? Because in traditional salons, they accept everyone, whether they have fungus, whether they don't have fungus. These polishes are contaminated, and all these little girls or boys are getting their hands and feet done. And I don't like that. I don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's really
Let
true.
them go to kid salons, not
And it's
adult
nice that
salons.
you brought that up. A lot of parents don't really know that. Sometimes it doesn't have to do with it's just a matter of not knowing. They don't realize that's just it. It has nothing maybe even to do with the water, but the paint. I mean, they're putting it right on. Years ago, here's a fun story for everybody. I'm talking about 15, 17 years ago. I'm getting my nails done at some salon somewhere. And one of my toenails came right off with the pain. It's like, I couldn't even tell you why or how. I didn't even realize I had a toenail issue until that happened. But I was like, I don't know where the nail went. Did they put it back in the jar? Like, you know? So these things don't happen at wellness pedicures. These things don't
No,
happen there.
Oh
no.
no, I take toenails off. I love that.
There you
I cut
Ounce
them
of
off now.
prevention, right? Yeah, yeah. I'd
there
rather
you
I'd
go.
rather have you take it off before it can, yeah.
It turns into something different. Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah,
I
and
agree.
it is a serious matter. I mean, as funny as it is, as
Wow.
funny as it sounds, it's serious. I mean,
It is.
having fungus and bacteria and again, it's not just people need to understand that. I mean, you can lose a limb from something as simple as a slight bacteria from
A
the wrong
thousand.
salon.
Yes,
It's so
ma'am.
sad.
Absolutely, you
So
can.
sad.
Amputation does exist. Yes, it
Hmm.
does.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
sad.
And it's sad from a
It's,
pedicure, and I've seen it many times.
Yeah.
I've
yeah,
heard about it
yeah.
many times. So
It's so frightening. It it,
it
it
is.
really is.
Yeah.
And it's my understanding too, Jay, that a lot of these products that we, and I'm not going to, say brand names or go down that rabbit hole, but some of the products that are commercially available to us, the general public for treating fungus, some of these things we see advertised that are available, I know from
Yeah.
years ago, and
Yeah.
just not good for your liver, not good for your blood, right? I
You
mean,
got to be careful.
you
Yes.
have to be so careful. Like
You
tea tree
do.
oil, I know there's certain things that might help, but again, if it's advanced, those things are not going to help, and we're going to be more apt to go to a
Uh,
retailer and buy something that sounds really, really good, and then we're going to put it on, and we're going to
And you're
then
going to
have
see that it's,
complications.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I always tell clients, oh, I bought this on Amazon. Okay. How long have you been using? About a year now. Has it worked? No. Why haven't you gone to see a professional? Because they don't either have the money, which is another sad thing, which we see all the time. They don't have the money, they don't have insurance, and it's sad.
Hmm.
But what they don't realize that a nice cleanup, a nice clinical pedicure, taking away all that debridement, taking away all that old fungus, and then putting on a topical, right? Whether you
Yeah,
buy it over the counter or not, it may help, but primarily it's to see a podiatrist,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
you know?
Really good point. Thank you.
And
It
oh, and I
is.
have a story to share real quick. So yogis, I call them yogis,
Yogi.
yoga studios. You
Hmm.
know how sometimes we walk barefoot and we do yoga barefoot
Mhm.
That's
and everybody's huddle in there and it's so nice. Some people that are in that little group, they could have athlete's foot and they're walking around everywhere in that studio.
not good.
And
That's
athlete's foot is contagious.
Yeah,
But
that's
here we
not.
are playing footsies in yoga.
It's not just for football players and stuff like we thought, right? You
No.
know?
Correct. So
Wow.
for me, if you're going to a yoga studio and you see people barefoot doing yoga, no, you should be wearing socks, and they
Yeah,
have
we're in
socks
stock.
for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's very
It
true.
boggles me when I see that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
now that I know what I know, before when I didn't know, I didn't care. But now that
Yeah.
I know what I know, no, that's not that's
Yeah.
gross. In gyms, when you go to the gym and you go to the sauna,
Hmm.
you
Oh,
shouldn't go
yeah.
in there barefoot. You have to have sandals on.
Right.
And people go in there barefoot and they put their feet on the stools that you're laying down on.
And the added benefit too of going to a wellness pedicures is that it is, in this particular case, they're in this aesthetic and wellness environment. So there's other vendors there that are also, focused on cleanliness and comfort and quiet and the whole experience that you can, really relax. And it has been said that you know, if you relax, all of your body systems are going to kind of, do better. But there's no going back for me. Obviously, clearly, Jay is stuck with me, and I'm stuck with her and her team.
Yeah,
You are
Erika.
gonna have fun. You are gonna have fun with this team. They're beautiful people. So that's my last word.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that because it is all about fun. If you're not having fun, what are you doing? You know, but by the same token, I mean, you're doing wonderful things. You guys know what you're doing. And the fun is just at least you're all not walking around with serious faces and, in white coats and all, You're getting the job done. You have a doctor on board seeing his patients, right?
Yeah,
And
he comes
so
once a month.
correct. And so it's really nice to hear that there's a fun aspect of this. It's not
Yes,
just a medical setting.
Not at
correct.
all. Yep.
Medi-Pedi is a fun place to be while you're also being taken care of and not having to worry about catching whatever germs you might catch anywhere else.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
I
yes,
thank you
ma'am.
both so much for being on with me. Kat, thank you. Jay, it's always a pleasure. I love our
Thank
shows.
you.
And Kat, this was really nice hearing from
Thank
someone
you,
who is
Erica.
actually that you're welcome from someone who's actually been, going with Jay for 7 years. I mean, that's a long time.
Seven
So,
years.
Jay, you're doing something right.
We are. We are.
You're doing
She
it all
is.
right. This is
We are.
fantastic.
And now she works with us. So
I love
that
it.
tells you, but
Yeah.
that also tells you that she believes in what we offer.
Yes. Yes.
Because if she didn't, she would have declined and said,
Correct.
but
That's
she
Yeah.
believes
correct.
in it. So
Thank you,
yeah,
Yep.
Jay. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I love
Because
that.
you can't you can't, promote something that you don't believe in.
correct.
At least not those of us that, were raised that way and came through the
Yep.
business world that way.
Yes.
Integrity, I guess, is the word that comes to mind.
Integrity. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
And I love that. Thank you very, very much. I'm
Thank
so
you,
happy.
Erica.
We'll have you on again, Kat. Jay will definitely have you
Absolutely.
on.
Anytime. Thank you,
Okay.
Erica.
Our next one will be we're going to talk about restoration.
I love it. With Dr. B,
Oh, he would love that.
Oh, great.
I
We're gonna
love
bring
that.
Dr. B on board now.
Awesome.
He's gonna
Dr.
be a
B,
show off.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Well,
hear from
doctors.
him because that's what we want to hear from. What's the doctor doing in there? What's the doctor think? So I'm looking forward to that show.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you both very
Thank
much.
you,
This has been
Erica.
It's been an
awesome. You have
absolute pleasure.
a
Thank you.
wonderful day.
Thank
Love
you.
you, Jay.
Have a good
Bye.
one.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.